for the ones who kept on going when the world said stay in place. We kept showing love, kept growing, and we're never giving up the space. Happy Women's Day. This is our day to every woman watching. We rise strong and unafraid. We won't look away. Happy Women's Day. This is our day. Oh, 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 we rise. Oh, 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 we rise. Oh, 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 we rise. Oh, oh, this is our day. Happy Women's Day. We rise. Every step we take, we rise. Started with a whisper, now it's loud. Walk through every door, they said we're not allowed. Didn't need permission, didn't need a crown. We just kept on moving, never slowing down. What are we gonna do? Something in my chest. We wait in the fire, we don't go from stress. Something in us knows. Happy Women's Day. We rise, stronger than they thought we'd be. We rise, Happy Women's Day. We shine, standing in our power now. This moment is mine. We rise, we shine. We don't wait for Sunday. Someday starts right here. Every scar a story, every tear a year. Side by side we're building what they said we can't. Watch us write the future with our own two hands. Feel it in our bones, feel it in our chest. We don't need nothing for others, there's something in us knows. Happy Women's Day. We rise, stronger than they thought we'd be. We rise, Happy Women's Day. We shine, standing in our power now. This moment is mine. Every mother, every daughter, every sister, every friend. We carry world inside us, and we'll carry them again. Happy Women's Day. We rise, stronger than they thought we'd be. We rise, Happy Women's Day. We shine, standing in our power now. This moment is mine. We rise, we shine. Girl power, we shine. I woke up and I chose myself today. No permission, no apology, no wait. Every scar became a story I can tell.
Happy Women's Day. Happy Women's Day. Oh. Thank you. Hello, a round of applause for women out there. Can we get a round of applause for women? Let's go! It's International Women's Day. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. Yep. Thank you. You knew I wasn't going to be late. Oh, what the fuck? Ugh. You knew I wasn't going to be late for today's stream, okay? It's my favorite holiday of the year besides Christmas. It's International Women's Day. It's a big deal. It's kind of like, I don't know, Christmas for feminists. I've actually low-key been celebrating all day today. I'm wearing my NASA shirt and this is on purpose. A fun fact, there is a whole, I don't know if y'all have ever seen Hidden Figures, but there's a lot of women that kind of helped shape NASA and take us possibly into space. I have been getting into the flat Earth thing lately, but I'm not sure if I believed in the whole flat Earth thing. I don't know. That's another stream on another day. Regardless, women helped shape our, National Space Agency in America. Women, of course, shape the world. Women are equal to men, if not, in my opinion, a little bit better. But you know what I mean? Because women, obviously, are less prone to violence than men. Women do not lead men into war and cause countless deaths. But today is not a day to talk shit about men. Men are not relevant at all, ladies. Today, it's just you and me. If there is any guys watching, I would politely ask you to leave the stream. Go ahead and exit. I'll give you a moment to leave. Are you gone yet? Okay, well, if you're not gone, you're just a creeper, which isn't a surprise to me because you're a man, and men have a hard time with boundaries, and yeah. Even autistic women are just better than men. Autistic men. Anyway, women in general are just, in my opinion, better than men. Ladies, if it's just you and I right now, I'm only going to be talking to you this stream. I'm not going to be responding to any men in the live chat, even if there are some lurkers or trolls. Today is all about you. It's your day. I have one woman that I want to talk about. Obviously, I've got quite a few, actually. One of them is Taylor Swift. I wanted to discuss her kind of Eras Tour, her impact on the economy, how she was able to do something many male musicians don't do, and she was able to actually gain control over her masters by devaluing them, the original album releases, by re-releasing her own versions, Taylor's versions. First female billionaire to come out of music. Kind of, in my opinion, the female Michael Jackson. In my opinion, Taylor Swift is obviously the queen of pop, even more so than Madonna. Even Taylor Swift has usurped Madonna as the queen of pop. She's iconic, but we're gonna talk about her at a certain point. First, I want to mention and we're gonna watch little videos together, ladies. We're gonna watch little explainer videos, kind of little introduction videos for each person that we're going to discuss. I'll tell you off the bat, unlike the guys, I'm not going to keep the women waiting because we all know men tend to keep women waiting more. Some names that we're going to discuss today are, of course, Taylor Swift, Oprah Winfrey, Beyonce. Again, it's not just going to be musicians. We're also going to talk about Margaret Thatcher. We're going to talk about a specific person in terms of the NASA thing. There is a lady named Mrs. Dorothy J. Vaughan, which is, of course, why I'm wearing my NASA shirt. We're actually going to talk about her first. Some other figures I also want to mention is Kim Kardashian. I know, collective groan from the audience. Listen, she created a billion-dollar brand from television, okay? Her impact and her influence on social media cannot be overstated. You understand? She is an influential figure. Maybe kind of a modern-day Marilyn Monroe. Kind of a sex icon, a sex symbol. She has led to a big debate when it comes to beauty standards. She's had a large impact on women as a whole. So we are going to discuss her a little bit today.
I like to sing it all day long.
And
I'll teach you the words, then you can sing along.
You know, a lot of people say that she's famous for being famous, but I would say she's actually a marketing genius. On that same point, we're going to talk about Billie Eilish kind of being a Gen Z. We're going to talk about Billie Eilish.
Sweet sugar dumpling. Hey, fatty boom.
We're going to talk about Billie Eilish and...
Let me tell you something.
That's not a woman.
We love
so.
International Women's Day. Nobody supports mommies and
Blah 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 blah.
Yum yum yum.
Blah 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 blah. We are not listening to any robot comments from men today. If your name is in a woman's, if you do not identify as a woman, you do not use the bot. I'm not going to get angry today. It's a Sunday. It's been a few days since I talked with Sharon. I've already lost one painting. I'm not losing another one, okay? I'm not going to get angry. I'm not going to lash out. I'm going to keep my cool. Today is about women. We're also going to talk about, of course, Mary Curie. We're going to talk about, like I was saying, Billie Eilish. I also want to talk a little bit about Joan Rivers. I got quite a few names. It's going to be a big stream. It's going to be a long one. Ladies, go get you some popcorn. Go get you some fucking ice cream. Get you some Ben & Jerry's fish food. Drop a 111 if you know what I'm talking about. That Ben & Jerry's fish food. I might go and grab some in a little bit here. I got some in the freezer. Ladies, okay, if you're on your period, hey, you know what? Go grab you some ice cream. You know, I don't know if you're on My Doll or what. Like, if you're having some cramps, girl, tell me about it, right? I get cramps too. You know what I mean? I am gender fluid. So, obviously, though, I don't know what it's like to have an actual cramp, period. I have had pains when I...
There's no need to feel down. I said, young man.
Okay, well, I don't know who this is. I don't recognize the name.
To
Could
all
be a
women,
woman.
a happy day to you all. You deserve the best for breaking your backs to savaging us men the best meals. You all deserve your place in the kitchen awards ceremony.
No, 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 no. Blah 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 blah. Ladies, 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 women, 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 women. Shut the fuck up. Okay, Mo. I need to write that name down real quick so I know to not reply or let him talk. Ladies, what I want you to do is practice this with me. Whenever a man comments or tries to use the bot, abuse, we're going to talk over them, because men love to talk over women. Men love to mansplain. Men love to be dominant, like, oh, I have to push myself in everyone's face. I have to be the center of attention. Me, me, me. I. It's all about men. Okay. Well, hey, what's the first two letters of men? Me, M-E, because it's all it is to them. Me, me, me. Men, men, men. Okay. So we're going to talk over them, ladies. When you see a man's name pop up on my screen, if he's using the bot, just take your headset off. Okay? Just plug your ears, take your headset off. Whatever you're listening, turn the volume down on your phones if you're watching from your phone. We're not listening to them today. Men, shut up. Okay? It's not your stream. You can watch tomorrow's stream. It's not about you today. Men, it's not about you today. Shut up! I'm going to start looking at my camera when I talk. Shut up! We're going to talk a little bit about Joan Rivers. She was one of the most savage comedians of all time. She was one of the most savage... Okay, I really don't want my face being covered when I'm talking about... Okay, it's International Women's Day. Can we have some respect, please? Thank you. Joan Rivers, they always like to say... Men like to say women aren't funny. Okay, I guess you've never heard of Tina Fey. I guess you've never seen Aubrey Plaza or Parks and Rec. Leslie Knope, ring a bell. Anyway, there's also Joan Rivers. She's an icon. Rest in peace to Joan Rivers. She kind of helped pave the way for female comics. She, in some ways, kind of fought back against cancel culture, whatever. She had that kind of old school comedy thing going. She is an icon through and through. she would survive in any era in terms of comedy, even in the era of outrage and, you know, clickbait and cancel culture. She's one of the GOATs. I think that Joan Rivers belongs on the Mount Rushmore of comedy overall, over Dave Chappelle, over you know, I would no, actually Dave Chappelle goes on the Mount Rushmore. It would probably be who's on the Mount Rushmore of comedians? Richard Pryor, Joan Rivers, that one white dude who's always, it's a big club and you're not in it. I can't think of his name right now off the top of my head. Probably Norm Macdonald or something. I don't know. But we're going to talk about Mary Curie, of course. She's the only person to win Nobel Prizes in 2 different categories, in 2 different sciences. And she discovered radium and polonium. She handled radioactive materials on a daily basis. And, of course, she's just a legend of her field in science overall, Mary Curie. But anyway, let's get to it. Let's go ahead and watch this short little video, because I'm wearing my NASA shirt. Let's go ahead and watch this first video. It's a 2-minute long video.
You're
very
a
short.
fucking cunt.
By the way, I am happy to rewind it if anyone abuses the bot. If any men talk over the video, I am happy to rewind it to the beginning. I'll play the fucking Emma Watson game all fucking day, bitch. It is International Women's Day. Now shut up. We're watching a video about a black woman. Show some respect. This involves NASA, which is why I'm wearing my NASA t-shirt right now for International Women's Day. Because yes, women can be astronauts too. Dumbasses. Anyway, sorry. I'm not talking to men. I'm going to pretend like men don't exist. Well, I'm not going to pretend like men don't exist, because men obviously exist. I'm a man myself, kind of, usually. And I'm just going to pretend like there's no men watching the stream. Okay, ready? And let's all... Okay, ladies, let's all do this right now. Ready? Here we go. Ready? In 3, 2, 1, I'm gonna count to 3, and on the count of 3, we're gonna pretend that men are not present in this space, in the chat. Block them out of your mind. 3, 2, and by the way, this will only last until the stream is over. When the stream is over, you can go back to pretending, or you can go back to men. I mean, like, listen, obviously men exist, and they're on the stream. I'm sure there's some watching, because they're fucking lurkers. I'm just joking around. I'm doing a little role play. This isn't me hypnotizing. I'm not hypnotizing. Don't worry, okay? You're safe. But let's just, like, play along and pretend like men don't exist. Ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right, ready? Now, let's just pretend. Here we go. This is about Dorothy. This is about Dorothy.
We are going to make our country great again.
Okay. Can't even read the text on the screen because of the color.
Send
What does it say?
beaches to the streets and back to the kitchen. Beaches ain't IE8 and deserve
Nope.
less.
Blah 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 blah. You know what? You know what? I don't even care.
Beaches ain't IE8 and deserve less.
Alright.
Beaches ain't IE8. Tangerine emoji.
Is something being said? I can't tell because I'm pretending like these men don't exist right now. I'm not even going to talk over their bot comments. I'm just going to legitimately act like they're not even there. And I'm just going to rewind the video. So, or I'll pause the video. We won't do the Emma Watson thing because, ladies, we have a lot to cover right now. We have a lot of women to discuss. What I'll do is if someone does try to interrupt, I'll just pause the video. I might rewind like a few seconds, okay? Okay, it's 2 minutes long, 2.5 minutes long. Let's go.
Dorothy J. Vaughan was a pioneer human computer and visionary who was integral in the expansion of a diverse workforce across NASA. She began her career with the National Advisory Committee for Aeronautics in 1943 as part of the segregated West Area Computing Unit.
Yeah, so back then, it was all segregated. Because, you know, white people are always on some white people time. We have to make everything segregated. We have to know, I don't want black people touching my water. Oh my gosh, gross. Ew, black people, gross. Like, that's how white people were back then. And they kind of still are, a lot of them. It's actually insane how fucking racist white people actually are. To this day, by the way, white people are still on that shit. They don't do it to you in public, maybe. I'm talking to the black women watching. But in private, rest assured, they're like, ew, look at those blacks over there. Like, I'm telling you, they're on some bullshit. 100% on some fucking bullshit.
As part of the segregated West
telling you.
Area Computing Unit.
Maybe not the women. The women, maybe not women. But white men, 100 fucking percent. 100 fucking percent white men are on some bullshit. Maybe not white women, because women are not full of that angry testosterone. Women do have testosterone, but not nearly the same level as the men. And I'm sorry. Let me. I'm gonna start from the beginning. I'm sorry. My apologies. I have comments. I have
Dorothy
to.
J. Bond was a pioneer human computer and visionary who was integral in the expansion of a diverse workforce across NASA. She began her career with the National Advisory Committee for Aeronautics in 1943 as part of the segregated West
Langley
Area
Research
Computing Unit. In an era where race and gender played a crucial role, Vaughn broke many barriers. She was a steadfast advocate for the women who worked as human computers and for all the individuals under her
Wow,
leadership.
look at her. Beautiful. Wonderful. Smart. Intelligent.
While her voice for fairness and equity was one of her many strengths and qualities, she was a well-respected and valued mathematician and computer scientist.
You're a fucking cunt.
We're pretending like they don't even exist today. We're pretending like they don't even exist today. We're not talking. I know that's Giga Chad. I'm not reading that comment. It is Women's Day. We're only reading comments from men. Gigarita, Chadalina, go fuck yourself. Chadalina wine mixer, shut the fuck up.
Fairness and equity was one of her many strengths and qualities. She was a
Diversity, equity, inclusion. 3 things that matter. People want to try to make it into a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Diversity is wonderful. Diverse opinions, diverse people, diverse backgrounds, diverse experiences. Equity, making things equitable. Like, this is important, okay? For all walks of life, to have a fair and balanced playing field. Inclusion, to include people, to feel included. Have you ever been excluded from something that you wanted to be a part of? Exactly. It doesn't feel very good. So DEI, people have tried to make it into a whole thing where it's so bad. DEI is bad. Ooh, bad word, DEI. Ooh, SJWs. No, DEI is a wonderful thing, and more people should be open to having DEI inclusion in their workforces and schools like that. This is an important thing. But anyway, moving on. Sorry, I heard, equity, and anyway.
equity was one of her many strengths and qualities. She was a well-respected and valued mathematician and computer scientist. Promoted to lead the West Area Computers in 1949.
They try to say women aren't smart. Obviously they fucking are.
She was NACA's first black supervisor and one of its first female supervisors. In 1958, when NACA became NASA, Vaughn joined a racially and gender-integrated group on the frontier of electronic computing.
Huge. That's barrier breaking. Breaking the glass ceiling right there.
Their groundbreaking work and remarkable contributions left an indelible mark on the NASA community.
That's one small step for man.
I don't want to hear it. Shut the fuck up. I am so sick and tired of hearing Neil Armstrong. I am so excited for the shout out to NASA, the Artemis missions. We are getting an all-female crew. We are getting an all-women crew going to the moon, if I'm not mistaken. But whatever. It's going to be the first woman to step on the moon. In my opinion, and I know everyone's going to roll their eyes at this, all the men that are watching. Hopefully there's not many men watching right now. I'm assuming it's mostly women for my own sanity watching. Shout out to you ladies. We're getting the first ever woman to step on the moon. In my opinion, I think that's more important than the first man to step on the moon, if we even stepped on the moon. But I actually think this is going to be more historic than Neil Armstrong, because yes, while he was the first person to step on the moon, this is the first birthing person to step on the moon. It's like you're a dude. You have a dick. You can't make babies. You're not able to. I mean, men can make babies if they have uteruses. A trans man, of course. But I'm talking about cisgender. Okay, this makes me sound like I'm being trans exclusionary. By the way, I'm not. I'm just talking about the idea of a woman who, I mean, okay, well, all right, well, trans women, of course, matter too, but like, and no buts about it. You're all women, but like, this is going to be a big deal, okay? We had no trans women or women. We had no women in general, you know,
There's no need to feel down.
on
I
the
said, young
moon.
man,
So, this is a big
just
deal.
off the ground.
This is a really big deal.
Hello, Michael.
So,
Just want to say me, Ixatwana and my sister Sub Saab are huge fans. Our ginger minge gets fetishized.
blah blah
almost
blah blah
every
blah
day
blah
on
blah
our
blah.
own
I'm
fan
not listening to this.
We'd love to
I'm not
include your
listening to
sister,
this.
or
I'm
bring
not
into
listening
some
to
of our
blah blah
slightest
blah.
content.
Shut up! Shut up!
You.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut the fuck up!
You're a fucking
Shut the
cunt.
fuck up, dude. I'm not doing it. Gigarita Catalina, fuck off, idiots! I'm gonna read your comment just to highlight what an idiot you are. According to Urban Dictionary, this is from, hey ladies watching, this is from a man. Okay, mind you, a man wrote this, cisgender man. Right here. According to Urban Dictionary, a Catalina is a M word, not the N word, but the M word, as in mid and then jit. That's a slur, by the way. Of course, the man has to slur as well. A man cannot make a single comment on my channel without slurring, because they have a very limited vocabulary. A M word who sucks off a unicorn. So a Catalina is a little person who sucks off a unicorn. I never believed a Catalina was real until I was hiking last weekend and came across a little person, they said the M word, named Chad, deep-throating a glorious unicorn. Ladies, what do you have to say about that? That is from a, that's from a little person, it's from Gigarita Catalina, Giga Chad. So, ladies, no one's applauding you. That was a pity clap. You're getting pity clapped right now. And I'm not talking about your ass cheeks clapping like a pity fuck. Okay, this is a pity clap. I'm pity clapping you. Not fucking you, to be clear. Okay, that's... Okay, moving on, dude. I'm not... Fuck off. I don't want to hear him one small step to man.
Community.
Nope. I'm muting that. I'm muting that.
Dorothy Vaughn's exceptional leadership
Let me know when a woman steps on the moon. Then I'll want to listen.
and dedication to the betterment of all individuals, particularly
Actually, unicorns do exist, Tankor, so you're wrong about that.
women of color. Her to the betterment of all individuals,
Also, why are you watching my stream? You're a man, okay? What are you doing here, Tankor? Ugh.
particularly women of color. Her legacy informed the agency's current diverse workforce. Innovators like Dorothy
Hey, fatty
laid the
bum
foundation for
bum,
NASA to revisit
sweet sugar dumpling.
Nope, nope, nope. Get it off my screen. 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 Get it off my fucking screen! I'm not gonna be on the screen when that's being said.
blood.
Blah, 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 blah.
Period blood.
Okay, there's
Period
nothing wrong
blood.
with period blood.
Period
There's
blood.
literally nothing wrong with
Period
period
blood.
blood, though. Okay.
Period blood. Period blood. Period blood. Period blood. Period blood. Period blood. Period.
Does that feel good? Period blood. I'm a dumb fucking man. You're not even a man, you're a boy. You're a fucking boy. Shut the hell up. Bad news, CopperCab is going to fat camp. I don't give a shit. I'm not going to fucking fat camp. Fuck off.
innovators like Dorothy laid the foundation for NASA to revisit the moon for the first time since the Apollo era. This time, with the first woman and first person of color
Also, do not talk about the fucking LCU on my channel. I don't want anything to do with them. Stop talking about the LC fucking dumbass you. Shut the fuck up. It is Women's Day! I don't give a fuck about Keemstar or his birthday. I don't care if it's his birthday today. It's not his birthday. In my head, it is International Women's Day first, and then a bunch of other holidays, and then Keemstar's birthday. I don't give a flying fuck if it's Keemstar's birthday today. It is Women's Day today. Look it up, bitch. Men, shut the fuck up. I hear the bot talk about the fucking LCU one time. I'm gonna turn off my fucking screen. I'll turn off my fucking camera. I will turn off my fucking camera if y'all start spamming about the LCU. Shut up. You get 3 fucking strikes. You're a man. Grandpa, blah, 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 blah. We're not listening. We're not fucking listening to men.
Can populate the world. As Burger King said, women belong in the kitchen. Period blood.
I'm not even
Period
paying
blood.
attention to this.
Period blood. Period blood.
Period blood. Hold on, I need to be a man for a second. Give me a second. Period blood. That's how you act. That's how you look to women. You are so unattractive. Men in 2026 are so unattractive. Shut the fuck up.
I don't want to suck. Bitch, I'm a cuck.
I don't get. First of all, I'm not a cuck. Change that gif right fucking now. Aubrey's not fucking clowns.
Speaking of which, I think I owe her some new boots with my.
You're not talking to my wife. Shut the hell up.
Loves dominating me too. She owns my manhood.
No, she does not. My wife does not own anything of yours. Shut the hell up. Men not being perverted fucking gooner slime balls, nasty greasy men. Challenge impossible. Challenge impossible. Men cannot go a single comment without making an insult, without being racist or sexist or problematic or saying a slur. Let's read the last 5 comments from men right now. I'm not joking. Okay, let's see here. IXATM whatever's talking about our ginger minge gets fetishized almost every day on our OnlyFans account. Again, Slimebox content. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's from that comment. The very next comment, Gigarita Shadalina, talking about the M-word, midgets. I'm only using that term right now because I'm saying that that's what they said. I only say little person. I would never disrespect little people. One of my best friends is actually a dwarf, technically. Women suck is the next username, saying period blood, period blood, period blood over and over. The next comment, talking about some irrelevant dumb shit. Talk about stalkers. Grandpa Jordan, the next comment. A woman will never make it to the moon, they said. Women are only good for making the sandwich and being the male's cum dumpster. Again, another nasty comment. Back to back to back to back from a man. The next comment, Aubrey's slave. Hey, Copper, I'm going to rename my cock to the moon and let Mistress Aubrey step on it. Fuck you! You're not doing anything like that! And she never would. Again, every single comment from men is just degraded. It's just shit. You're all shitty men. Men, you are not men, by the way. You're not even men. You're little boys. You're like mentally childish. You're the age of men. You're meant to be acting like men, but you don't act like men. You act like immature, little whiny, white trash, hillbilly, redneck, hit crackers who have nothing positive to say about other people. If it's not about you, it's about coming or sex, because you're all incels. That's why you're obsessed with sex, because that's something you don't get anything of. You get no sex, therefore you are obsessed with it. I have had dozens of ex-girlfriends. I have dated many women. I've dated models. I've dated women in Canada. I've dated people in fucking England. When I lived in England for 4 months, I went on many dates. And now I'm happily married to a gorgeous, smoking hot, amazing figure, by the way. She was a lifeguard swimmer. Aubrey, gorgeous redhead. Oh my gosh. Insanely gorgeous. Are you kidding me? Y'all have no idea. And I'm not going to say anything more than that. I'm not going to be disrespectful to my wife. First of all, that's why I'm married and you're not. Because I'm actually respectful to women and I have a personality outside of being a fucking internet gooner. Shut the fuck up, be respectful to women, and go fuck yourself. You're an idiot.
I'll teach you the words.
You guys get no action. You guys get nothing. You are nothing to me. Men watching the stream right now, you do not matter today. Really, honestly, well, I'm not going to say every day you don't matter, but today is Women's Day. So respectfully, fuck off my stream. Do not use the bot again, or I will roast you again with facts, because that is what they are. I am spitting facts right now. I would estimate 95% of the people watching that are men are incels, single, losers who've got nothing going on outside of being a troll on the internet. You are pathetic. You get no pity from me because you make your own bed and you fucking sleep in it. You are fucking like little gnats in a live chat. In the live chat, just buzzing around. You are obnoxious. Go fuck yourself. No one here likes you. Women do not like you. You will never get a woman other than when you pay for online to talk to you. So again, like people like Titanium and Brass Bust, who are gooners, who literally pay women, dominatrix women, to just degrade them and talk about how small their dicks are. That's, you know what? I'm not kink shaming. That's fine. Do you, but do it in the privacy of your own home, on your own time. Keep your nasty weirdness off my stream. We are trying to have an actual class and talk about women for women to women. This is not about you. Do not invade this space. This is a safe space. And I mean that unironically. So shut up. It's not a joke. It is International Women's Day. Show some fucking respect to the women watching and be quiet and sit the fuck down or leave. And I'm starting this from the fucking beginning. Fuck you, men.
Dorothy J. Bond was a pioneer human computer and visionary who was integral in the expansion of a diverse workforce across NASA. She began her career with the National Advisory Committee for Aeronautics in 1943 as part of the segregated West Area Computing Unit. In an era where race and gender played a crucial role,
Again, a man comments and they mention the word cunt and sandwich maker. This is, again, the average IQ of a man or a male in 2026, like the average. I'm obviously better than all these men. That's why I'm married and I'm a successful person and independent and have my own home and all this at 32. Listen, this is why I'm better than all these men watching, okay? I'm more mature than them. This is why I'm successful. I have a happy relationship. I'm married, okay? I've known Aubrey since 2010. Again, this is a guy named Women, and then I'm assuming this is a guy. It's got to be a guy. It's not going to be a girl doing this. Women's Day is Fake donated to and said, don't listen to this man. He actually calls women cunts and sandwich makers. Again, these are like on some like low functioning type of mentalities, okay? These are losers. These are fucking zers, okay? Understand that, women. Women, I'm so sorry. It's not my fault, but you've got very little prospects right now. I would say to a lot of women, I'm not going to tell you to try to, maybe look at lesbianism. I'm not going to say that because I'm not trying to influence your sexual orientation, because you can't really do that anyway, right? But I'm just saying men are really trashy in 2026. Go to a single college university, go to a university. Aubrey will tell you men ain't shit. My wife will tell you that. Although she's like always talks about how she like loves men and women should be blah, blah, blah. Men are, women and women. But she's a woman's woman, though. She is a woman's woman, but I don't know. Her and I feel like I don't like men. I feel like I dislike men more than she does. But she doesn't like men either. Because college experience, men are awful. And dumb. Men are very dumb. Men are incredibly stupid. Even the ones that you think are smart. They only get in these positions. Okay, Google, make the lights blue. They only get in these positions because of their daddy's connections. Men that are quote unquote smart are not really smart. They're privileged. They're not really intelligent. They're still very immature. Look at these people that are so successful. Look at these men like Donald Trump. Grab him by the pussy. I'll grab women by the pussy. Donald Trump. He talks about his daughter in a sexual way. He talked about how if he wasn't her dad, he would be looking at her like she's a dating prospect. These are how men are. Men are piggish. Men, I do air quotes, they're not men to me. They're all boys. They're the mentality of like an immature boy. These are like really, really pathetic examples. I mean, these men are not men. They're it's just not good. So anyway, women, try to find a guy like me, like Copper, that's actually going to respect you and know when to be dominant, but also when to be a bit more chill and laid back. Because I know that women also a lot of women like dominant, men in certain areas, right? In certain times. But you're not going to find many that are actually good guys. There's a lot of them. 99% of the guys watching, 99% of the guys that are out there that you talk to online are horrible people. You need to know that. You need to know that. It's important for you to know that, women. So I'm not trying to turn you against men. I'm saying this as a man myself. But I'm one of the good ones, So anyway, just know that.
Shut the fuck up. You're a
Nope,
fucking
that's not true.
cunt.
And again, mind you the username. Mind you the username. And mind you the hateful rhetoric. I like how all the stuff he's saying quite literally applies to women as well. That's from the user I Smoke Weed 420. Again, the IQ, the difference here. Women are by and large smarter than men. Make no mistake about it. I will literally look up stats right now that will prove my point. In fact, let me just stop. No, we'll watch this video. After this video is over, I'm going to play it one more time from the beginning. I'm not going to pause it. No interruptions! I'm not pausing it, even if someone interrupts. If you interrupt, you are costing people a learning experience now. I'm not pausing the video even for an interruption. I'm playing this video, and then I'm going to look up some stats before we do something else. And I've got lots planned for this stream. I'm going to look up some stats in terms of intelligence. Who's smarter, men or women, on average? We'll look that up after this. We'll look it up.
Dorothy J. Bond
We'll look it up.
was a pioneer human computer and visionary who was integral in the expansion
you,
of
men.
a diverse workforce across NASA.
Men, boys, really.
She began her career with the National Advisory Committee for Aeronautics in 1943 as part of the segregated West Area Computing Unit. In an era where race and gender played a crucial role, Vaughn broke many barriers. She was a steadfast advocate for the women who worked as human computers and for all the individuals under her leadership. While her voice for fairness and equity was one of her many strengths and qualities, she was a well-respected and valued mathematician and computer scientist. Promoted to lead the West Area
I like how in the live chat.
Computers in 1949, she was NACA's first black supervisor and one of its first female supervisors. In 1958, when NACA became NASA, Vaughn joined a racially and gender-integrated group on the frontier of electronic computing. Their groundbreaking work and remarkable contributions left an indelible mark on the NASA community.
It's one small step for man.
Through Dorothy Vaughn's exceptional leadership and dedication to the betterment of all individuals, particularly women of color, her legacy informed the agency's current diverse workforce. Innovators like Dorothy laid the foundation for NASA to revisit the moon for the first time since the Apollo era. This time with the first woman and first person of color under the Artemis program.
There you have it. Who's smarter? On average, who's more intelligent? Men or women? Let's see here. Boom. Women are smarter than men. Immediately. Immediately, by the way. Immediately. Immediately. Why women are smarter than men? Trying to compare and tell, blah, blah, blah. Let's see here. Decades of research show unequivocally that men and women are equal in general. But, okay, so here we go. Okay, so, well, whatever. Decades of research show unequivocally that men and women are equal in general intelligence, IQ. I doubt that, but whatever. But that isn't the case when it comes to emotional intelligence, EQ. They are subtle and not so subtle differences in men and women's expression. Blah blah blah. Men are they are explosive. Men are explosive. There's an enormous amount of research suggesting that emotional intelligence is critical to men's and women's performance at work. Emotional intelligence is responsible for 58% of performances in all types of jobs, and 90% of top performers are high in emotional intelligence. Women who seek to be equal with men lack ambition, says Timothy Leary. Self-awareness, yeah, men also have a tendency to hop on this bandwagon by feigning to have no awareness or understanding of their emotions in the hope of avoiding any accountability for their actions. Yeah, men, and now we know better. Yeah, men are, immature. They're very emotionally immature. Self-management is what you do with your it's obvious to me, okay? It's obvious to me that men just ain't shit, honestly, to be straight up with you. To be straight up. So, yeah. I guess they're as smart as each other in terms of like intelligence, but I still doubt that. I don't know.
The true
I thought I was gonna find more.
Story of 4 black women and the space race by New York Times bestselling author.
Well, let's switch it up. Actually, I want to hear about Taylor. Let's watch something on Taylor Swift real quick. I actually let's watch a little Taylor Swift video. Okay. Shout out to the queen of pop, Taylor. I just want to watch and like celebrate and learn about women today, okay? This is good.
Who is Taylor Swift? Taylor Swift is a famous singer who writes her own songs.
Okay.
She was born on December the 13th, 1989 in Pennsylvania, USA. Early life. Even as a little girl, Taylor loved music. She sang in school plays and even performed the national anthem at a big basketball game. She learnt to play the guitar and started writing her own songs. To follow her dream of becoming a singer, Taylor and her family moved to Nashville, Tennessee, a city named for country music. Becoming famous. In Nashville, Taylor performed at small shows and shared her songs with everyone. In 2006, she released her first song, Tim McGraw, and her first album. By 2012, her song We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together became a huge hit in the United States, and Taylor became a superstar. Achievements. Taylor has made 10 albums and won 12 Grammy Awards, including Album of the Year 3 times. She has also set more than 35 world records for her music. Helping others. Taylor uses her fame to help others. She gives money to children in need and helps people during disasters. Her fans are called Swifties, and they...
So I was a Swiftie for a long time. I'm currently not identifying as a Swiftie, but I was a Swiftie for many years. Up until... I would say my strongest, when I was a Swiftie, at the height of my Swifdom, was during the 1989 album. That is one of my favorite albums of all time. Wildest Dreams is probably my favorite Taylor Swift song of all time. Wildest Dreams, ha, ha. And that was also my second ever concert I ever went to. My first one being the Miley Cyrus Bangers tour. and I am going to be going to the Joji tour this year. Going to go to Dallas for the Joji concert. I think that'll be my fourth or fifth concert. I don't know. But anyway, I haven't been to many. I'm not someone who really goes to concerts that often. It's not really kind of what I'm into. But if it's something I'm like, I really got to go, then like, yeah, obviously I'll go. But I went to, I did go to the 1989 tour before she was like super, super, super mega famous. She was already super famous at that point, but she wasn't like Taylor Swift, Eras Tour Taylor Swift, worldwide, like Michael Jackson level almost. Well, not really almost. No one's ever going to touch that level of fame, I don't think anyway, of Michael Jackson in terms of pop stars. But he's in his own category, his own league. But outside of that, and like if that's S tier and it's really just him and like maybe Elvis and the Beatles, below that, you would have to put Taylor Swift in that category. I would put Taylor Swift in the category of a Prince, of Rolling Stones. I would say she's more popular than them, even. Rest in peace to Prince. But Taylor Swift is like, I don't think you guys really appreciate how famous she is. It's insane. So she's the closest thing we have to a modern day Michael Jackson in terms of the level of fame for a pop star singer. And again, not even close to Michael Jackson, but it's the closest we currently have. So Taylor is extremely famous, but she wasn't as famous during the 89 tour. You could afford to, my point is, at that point, you could afford to go to her concert still, okay? That should tell you what I'm talking about. But yeah.
Love her songs all over the world. So that's Taylor Swift. She is an amazing singer, songwriter, and kind person who inspires millions with...
By the way, anyone who hates on Taylor Swift is usually just a guy. Again, guys, because guys kind of suck. But guys that are immature and uneducated, and they only hate on Taylor Swift because that's what other guys do. They see other guys doing it, and they see that it's like when something becomes so popular, the immature brain, the immature person goes, "Oh, I'm not gonna like that because so many people like them. I can't like them because I don't want to be an NPC." Actually, you are the NPC. When you don't like something just because the crowd, the faceless crowd, doesn't like that thing because it's so famous and popular and successful, when you're hating on Taylor, you probably couldn't name 5 Taylor Swift songs. And that's my point. You would say that proudly. If you're a hater of Taylor Swift, you would go, I can't even name 5 songs by Taylor Swift. I don't like her at all. Ugh. Yeah, you don't listen to her music, so how could you even have an opinion on her? You only hate her because it's the cool thing, quote unquote, to do. You're a loser. You're immature. You're pathetic. Taylor Swift, objectively, well, art is subjective, but I mean, objectively, she's extremely successful. So some people must like her music. She's got a lot of albums sold. I think somewhere in the ballpark of 300 million albums sold. A lot of albums, okay? That's a lot of albums. So some people like her. But the point is you guys are immature. And you're only hating on her because you see that she's a successful woman. So you're sexist. You're immature. Like, it's not cool to be immature. I do hope one day you gain the mental, like, acuity, like, the mental level of, like, being able to step outside of, like, being this immature brat, this kind of stunted growth that you've got going on. It's very stunted. You're not leveling up in terms of your brain isn't leveling up. You're getting older. You're growing a beard. You're getting wrinkles, but you're still mentally, like, 5 years old. Like a 6-year-old boy pitching a temper tantrum. It's very unattractive to women. They want a man, not a boy, which is what you are mentally. And by the way, they pick up on that very, very quickly. And that's why you have no women. That's why you still call women bitches. That's why you're an insufferable loser, an incel. You're a sexist because you are unlikable. You're projecting your own insecurities that you've made of yourself because you're acting like an asshole. You refuse to change. You refuse to grow. So when other people don't accept this childish man, you think it's their fault and it's them that's the problem. No, sweetie pie. It's you. You're an asshole. And nobody likes an asshole. Not even women. So that's on you at the end of the day. You're just bland. You're boring. You're cringe. Not in a funny way. So if you hate on Taylor Swift, again, you don't have to like her, but if you hate someone, you don't even know because the internet told you to do that, you're a fucking weirdo. Taylor is iconic. Leave my homegirl alone.
Her music. Thanks for watching and listening. Head over to the Twinkle website to see what
Taylor. Is this AI? I'm not. If this is AI, I'm not watching it. AI. I don't do AI. We're not doing AI. No. We're not doing AI. AI is not welcomed on this channel. Nope. Absolutely fucking not. AI will never be on this channel.
Logia, illustrated by Eliza Chivari. Taylor Allison Swift was born on December 13, 1989, in West Reading, Pennsylvania. Her parents named her after James Taylor, a famous musician. A lot of love surrounded Taylor and her little brother Austin. The Swifts did many activities as a family. They spent time reading books, visiting new places, and having fun outside. Christmas was one of Taylor's favorite holidays. And what made the holiday season even more exciting was that her family lived on a Christmas tree farm. Everyone pitched in at Christmas time. Taylor's dad mowed the fields on his tractor. Taylor's job? Picking praying mantis egg pods off the trees. The Swifts didn't want anyone to get a buggy surprise on Christmas morning. I really love Christmas. I wish it was all year round. As a kid, Taylor tried lots of different things. She rode horses, she acted in plays, she wrote poetry. But when she learned how to play the guitar, she...
Look at the live chat right now, ladies. Look, I want you to look at the men in the live... Well, I say men, but look at the boys in the live chat. Just take a moment. Take a moment right now. Just another dime a dozen family, someone said. Rich Giraffe says privileged, because I guess she has her mom and dad, and she's a young girl born into a family that loves her. I guess that's a bad thing, according to this other guy named Rich Giraffe. Nitro, a bunch of numbers, said, this is creepy in caps lock. I guess because I don't know why that's creepy. Again, these are very mentally unwell men, or boys, I should say. Nintality said, be right back for doing some deportations. I don't know what that means. Spectre said, cringe alert, cringe alert, cringe alert. Nitro said, this is the kind of weird crap they do for Kim Jong. Again, it's always got to be something snarky, or they're constantly wanting to be like South Park writers. It's really embarrassing. They're not able to just separate themselves at all from their immature thoughts. They're really just stuck on that same wavelength, and they're never going to change. They're never, ever going to change. Base Giga Chad said Taylor Swift is a coin slot. Yeah, see, it's just owns a horse that's quite privileged. So that's a bad thing. She has a horse. How awful. Oh, you know, I had 2 horses when I was younger, and we weren't a rich family. Shout out to Tonto. Shout out to Eagle. I had horses as well. I had a chestnut horse, and I had a white and black horse. And I rode my chestnut. My first horse was Eagle. He was black and white. And my second horse was Tonto. And he was chestnut. And I would ride him bareback and Western style. I never liked English. English style writing. But I that was my specialty, was Western, which is a pretty average style of writing. I mean, it's English and Western. Those are your two main, and of course bareback, where you grab the, I'm having a brain fart right now, the mane of the horse, and you use that for steering. But I wasn't rich, and I had a horse. I had a couple horses. I would clean out. A little fun fact about Michael, is when I was young, I would clean horse stalls, and I would clean out the horse manure. I didn't mind the smell, and I kind of liked the smell. That sounds weird to say, but I'm a human, and I didn't mind it. The horse manure, and just the smell of barns in general. It was a big stable, 250 acres. And I had a couple horses that I got to have, and I worked a little bit and I actually helped to dehoof horses and clean out their stalls, and I helped to clean out their hooves and take off the little metal, like the horseshoe. You get in there with the thing and you take it off. It's been a long time now, but so that was an interesting time. Having a horse does not mean you're privileged. So I think you're just an ignorant person. You associate horses with privilege because you have a limited world experience. You probably haven't left your city or your home in your lifetime, maybe. I don't know, maybe you have, but you just are stupid. But when you have a more developed brain and a bigger worldview like I have, you understand, and you have more experiences in life. I have way more life experience at my age than 99% of you. No doubt in my mind, by the way. Y'all don't even know a fraction of what I've done and the things I've done outside of being CopperCab. Y'all have no idea. So it's funny to see people in my live chat who, like, in their mind look down on me when I'm actually so much better than them. And I can see that. And I can tell that I'm better than them. And I know that they're ignorant and they have that kind of I'm better than you attitude when I know for a fact that they're not. It's just the audacity, the cringe. Maybe they're on the spectrum. I don't know what it is. No hate, of course, against autistic people. I love the autistic community as a whole, but there's a lot of assholes, in every group. But yeah, it's crazy though. It's really sad. You guys are probably never gonna evolve past the state you're at now. You'll get old. You'll be 40, 50. I hope that you do grow to be 100 and you're happy in life. But you're probably not gonna mature very much. Because you don't go outside and do things. You spend all your time doing this. Ready? I'm watching YouTube shorts. That's all you do. That's all you do. Your whole worldview comes from this. You don't go outside and actually experience reality. You just get everything online. So everything's a conspiracy theory. Everything's snarky, and everything is cynical, and everything is bad, blah, 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 and women suck, and blah, 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 and women are You watch OnlyFans, you watch porn on fucking whatever, Twitter. Like, you're toxic. This is all you got. You got to get outside. You got to go out. You have to literally go out and touch grass. It's really embarrassing. It's really embarrassing. Anyone in the live chat that thinks that they're smarter than me, you are embarrassing yourself, just so you know. Moving on.
Knew she had found her passion.
Like, honestly, just shut the fuck up, okay? You're like a child. I'm better than you! Like, you're a child. I look down on you. I do not respect you at all. Just know that. I want you to really understand that. I don't have any respect for you. Moving on.
Nothing stops her. She was a big fan of country superstars Faith Hill and Shania Twain. And she discovered that both musicians had started their careers in Nashville, Tennessee. That was all 10-year-old...
I might have... Actually, no, that's not true. I have respect for some of you. I'm talking, of course, about the women. Hey!
Taylor needed to know. She asked her parents to take her to Nashville. She asked them every day, And finally, when she was 11, it happened.
Is that Kamala
Her mom
Harris?
took Taylor and Austin there for spring break. They drove up and down Music Row, an area with country music recording studios and businesses. While Taylor's mom and brother waited in the car, Taylor ran into the offices of various record labels and handed out CDs she'd made of her music. Taylor performed anywhere that would have her, including fairs, festivals, and ball games. But sometimes following dreams means doing things other people don't understand. Girls at school were mean to Taylor. Her classmates thought it was weird to like country music so much. This made Taylor sad, but it didn't stop her from doing what she loved. When Taylor was 13, something incredible happened. RCA Records wanted to work with her. Taylor and her family said goodbye to Pennsylvania and moved to Nashville. Her dream of being a country music star was about to come true. For Taylor, writing songs was just as important as singing them. But because she was young, the record company wanted her to sing other people's songs. And they thought she should wait until she was older before she made her own album. Taylor didn't agree. One night, Taylor performed at Nashville's Bluebird Cafe. She sang some of her own songs and some songs from other singers. She caught the eye of a music executive in the crowd who was forming a new record label. Guess who he signed up to make an album? Taylor Swift. Taylor's debut album, Taylor Swift, came out when she was just 16. She was excited every time she heard her songs on the radio. Her next album, Fearless, was the top-selling record of the year and made Taylor a huge star. Taylor is fearless. When she went on her first concert tour, she took the music world by storm. One of Taylor's biggest strengths is storytelling. Her songs tell stories that many people can relate to. Taylor wrote all the songs on her third album, Speak Now. Listening to a Taylor Swift album is like hearing her diary being sung out loud. Many of Taylor's songs are inspired by her life, like The Best Day, a song about growing up in a loving family and having a supportive mom. Taylor and her mom, Andrea, are very close. They talk about everything. No one has known Taylor longer or knows her better than her mom. Trying new things and taking risks is important to Taylor.